Hello and a very warm welcome to all of you on this afternoon edition of The Game On. This is where you get all the latest from the world of sports, and we've got to start with cricket. Legendary India cricketer Sunil Gavaskar has slammed captain Rohit Sharma and head coach Gautam Gambhir's tactic of bringing Washington Sundar into the playing 11 for the second test against New Zealand at the MCA Stadium in Pune. Sundar, who was not originally part of India's 15-member squad for the three-match test series against the Kiwis, was added to the team after India lost the first test in Bengaluru by 8 wickets. Sundar was brought into the 11 today in place of left-arm wrist spinner Kuldeep Yadav in the ongoing test. Now, today is the first day, and Sundar has been brought in. This is what Gautam Gambhir had said on the eve of the second test. He said that this was done to give more options against the left-handers of New Zealand. The visitors have as many as 3 left-handers in their top 4. This is what Gambhir had said, and then we'll tell you what Sunil Gavaskar spoke about. Gambhir had said on the eve of this second test in Pune, he said, we just felt that they have 4 or 5 left-handers in the playing 11 as well. So if we want another bowler who can take the ball away from the left-handers, it's always going to be useful for us as well. But we haven't decided what our playing 11 is going to be. This is on the eve of the test match now. We feel, he went on to say, that we feel that with the 2 openers and 1 left-hander in the middle, Washington can give us more control, and he's a good option for us. Now, Gavaskar did not agree with this theory of left-handers to bring in Sundar. The former India captain, in fact, said Sundar's selection was because of his batting and that India were worried about their lower order. Gavaskar said, and I quote, "The selection of Washington Sundar tells me that the Indian team was worried about their batting. He's not just because he's not in he's in not just because of his off spin, but because he can get more runs at the lower order." Yes, I think there's been a lot of talk about the number of left-handers in the New Zealand batting lineup, but if I had to do that, then I would have picked another guy like Kuldeep Yadav, who can turn the ball away from the left-handers. He's a pretty hand with the bat as well. Obviously, not as heavy scoring as Washington Sundar. So, Sunil Gavaskar not liking the strategy of the Indian management, Gautam Gambhir as well as Rohit Sharma. Now, India had earlier this morning made 3 changes to their side, which featured in Bengaluru Mohammad Siraj, KL Rahul and Kuldeep Yadav. All 3 of these players made way for Akashdeep, Washington Sundar and Shubman Gill. Moving on to hockey, Olympic bronze medalist India wasted many chances as they lost 0-2 to world champions Germany in the first hockey test of the 2-match series at Major Dhyan Chand Stadium in New Delhi on Wednesday. Germany, who are the reigning Olympic silver medalists, fielded a young team for the series, and they showed their class in the first match with Henrik Mertgens and skipper Lucas Windfeder scoring the goals for the Germans. The Indians were slow off the blocks as Germany dominated the exchanges in the first quarter. The 2 teams were clashing for the first time after Germany beat India in a closely fought semi-final at the Paris Olympics. It took only 4 minutes for the visitors to take the lead, courtesy some poor defending from the Indians. Mertgens was quick to spot the opportunity, and he slammed home the ball for the early edge. In the 9th minute, India secured their first penalty corner but wasted the opportunity in the absence of Harmanpreet, who had been substituted in at that moment. The Indians came back strongly in the second quarter and dominated the exchanges. They secured their second penalty corner in the 22nd minute and went for a variation, but Sanjay's effort went wide. 3 minutes later, India earned another penalty corner, but Amit Rohida's grounded flick was easily saved by the German defense. Seconds later, back-to-back penalty corners came India's way, but not a goal as Harmanpreet looked off colour. Now, India's 6th penalty corner came in the 27th minute, from which Dilpreet Singh scored from a rebound, but the Germans protested and the umpire asked for a referral, which resulted in a penalty stroke for the hosts. But as luck would have it, India's most trusted player and the skipper of the team, Harmanpreet's effort from the spot was saved by the German keeper. Germany scored their second penalty corner 14 seconds from half-time, and skipper Windfeder shot past the Indian keeper to hand his side a 2-0 lead. The Indians continued to apply pressure after the change of ends, but just couldn't find the net. The second test of the series will be played today. Now, the team that grabbed the opportunities won the match. India squandered as many as 8 penalty corners. They missed several field goals as well. As Syed Faiz Ahmed from News9 spoke to Indian captain Harmanpreet Singh and his teammates Mandeep and Jarmanpreet after the match, they rued India's inability to finish and promised a better display in the second match today. Listen in.
एक सबसे बड़ी बात है कि बहुत टाइम के बाद हम यहाँ पे खेल रहे हैं, तो एक आई थिंक एक्साइटेड भी थे हम. और ओवरऑल मैच की बात करें, आई थिंक बॉल जो है हमने बहुत अच्छा मैनेज किया है, नो डाउट. और थ्रू आउट दैट मैच हमने डोमिनेट भी किया है, बट आई थिंक द फिनिशिंग वाज नॉट देयर. तो कोशिश करेंगे जो आज की मैच नहीं हो पाया, और नेक्स्ट मैच में हम ट्राई करेंगे कि और अच्छा करें. आई थिंक पोजीशन हमारा बहुत अच्छा रहा है और बॉल काफ़ी अच्छी हैंडल की है एंड काफ़ी अच्छे चांसेस हमने क्रिएट किए हैं. चाहे वो पीसी की बात करें, सर्कल बी के अंदर एंट्री की बात करें, आई थिंक हमने अच्छा किया. बट जो फिनिशिंग है, आई थिंक वो एक एरिया है जो हम और इम्प्रूव कर सकते हैं, नो डाउट. और आई थिंक एक अच्छी अपॉर्चुनिटी है, अच्छा मैच है और कल लास्ट मैच है हमारा और वी आर गुड टू गो.
अभी भी हम अभी वॉच आउट करेंगे अपने मैचेस को और देखेंगे कहाँ पे हमारी जो मिस्टेक्स हुई हैं हम कल कवर करेंगे, कोशिश करेंगे और मैच जीतने की कोशिश करेंगे. हमारा रिजल्ट फेवर में नहीं था, हमारे काफ़ी हमने ट्राई भी करी और आई थिंक स्कोर ही नहीं निकले. स्कोर निकलते तो आई थिंक हम बेटर ऊपर आ जाते. सो यही है कि नेक्स्ट मैच में स्कोर निकालें और मैच का फ्रेंड आए.
कि मैच हमारा बहुत अच्छा गया है. हाँ, हमने लूज़ किया है, बट स्टिल जो हमें फील्ड गोल मिलने चाहिए थे वो नहीं मिले हैं. और हमने पीसी पे भी वर्क करना है और फील्ड गोल के पे भी वर्क करना है.
And Indian head coach Craig Fulton lamented that his boys lacked the firepower and failed to capitalize on the opportunities. Otherwise, the match could have gone in the Indian team's favour. His German counterpart, Andre Henning, also agreed that there were times when his team was put under pressure, but they managed to win the match.
Oh, it is. It's just pity we couldn't get the result today, but we got another game tomorrow, so we're looking for an improved performance. I think we created, but we just didn't finish. Well, we're still going to give some of the other younger players an opportunity. That's really important for the development of the squad and for the players. I just think we've got a game plan. We just got to try and improve it in the Ds, in both Ds, because we got there, but we didn't finish, and then they finished theirs, we didn't finish ours. So we've got to make an improvement.
Looking at the game, of course, extremely happy. A little bit surprised how stable we were and how good we played, because there are so many new guys coming in. I think 5-6 guys who played their first match for us, and I think just 6 guys who joined the Olympics. Always after the Olympics there's a big change, and we're just about to start, and we don't have a centralized program like all the other countries, so we didn't see these guys so far. So yesterday it was our first training session after the Olympics. And of course, tough to manage that everyone knows the system and knows the job. And the guys have obviously worked quite well in the meeting room and on the pitch. And it was very strong. Of course, we had faced in the game where we were really struggling with the good pressure of India, and they had some moments, especially end of first half.
All right, let's get you all the Champions League results. And Captain Rafinha scored a hat-trick to lead Barcelona to a commanding 4-1 home victory over Bayern Munich in the Champions League on Wednesday. With the result, the hosts also ended their near-decade-long winless run against the German powerhouse. Rafinha's inspired night started when he gave Barca the lead a little over a minute after kickoff, as he received a fine pass through by midfielder Fermin Lopez before beating the offside trap and rounding the on-rushing Manuel Neuer. Harry Kane levelled the score with a volley in the 18th minute, but Robert Lewandowski put the home side back in front in the 36th minute after a mistake by Bayern's defence, and Rafinha extended Barca's lead with 2 goals from quick counter-attacks either side of the half-time. Barca are 9th in the Champions League standings on 6 points from 3 games, while Bayern are 23rd on 3 points after a second consecutive defeat. The loss throws Bayern's season under new coach Vincent Kompany into turmoil. Bayern began their Champions League campaign with a record-breaking 9-2 demolition of Croatia's Dinamo Zagreb, but are now 23rd in the Champions League standings, one place below Zagreb after back-to-back losses to Aston Villa and Barcelona. Across all competitions, Bayern have won just one of their last 5 games. The ease with which Rafinha was able to exploit gaps in the backline could reopen questions about whether Bayern, who've now conceded 7 goals in the last 3 games, remain fragile in defence.
It's always good when, like now, after the international break, when we have 2 wins in our suitcase for Real Madrid. It's good because it gives confidence, gives the team confidence, self-confidence, and of course, we have 1 day less than Real, but the team will still recover, and I think everyone is looking forward to the game, to the El Clasico, and that's why I think we'll be well prepared.
Manchester City set a new record for the most consecutive games undefeated in the history of the UEFA Champions League as they routed Sparta Prague 5-0 with Erling Haaland scoring twice. Phil Foden took less than 3 minutes to fire City ahead with a neat finish before 3 goals in 10 second half minutes saw them take control of the tie. Haaland scored twice. The first, an audacious and acrobatic head-high flicked volley, and then of Matheus Nunes' late penalty. Manchester City also welcomed back Nathan Ekevito, the starting lineup for the first time this season, and he thought he was on the score sheet, but his goal was ruled out for handball. Pep Guardiola's side have now won 2 of their 3 Champions League matches so far to keep their place in the top 8 sides for an automatic qualification for the last 16. Premier League leaders Liverpool moved level on points with Aston Villa at the top of the Champions League standings, extending their perfect record to 3 wins in the tournament. Liverpool edged Leipzig 1-0 with a goal from Darwin Núñez yesterday. Despite Leipzig's strong start, Liverpool's clinical edge helped them take the lead in the 27th minute when Núñez tapped in a header from Mo Salah right on the line, securing his 2nd goal of the season. Arne Slot's team, though challenged in the early stages, found the winner through the combination of Salah and Núñez. The Uruguayan's goal gave Liverpool the advantage. They would hold for the remainder of the match. Leipzig, meanwhile, struggled to convert their chances despite an energetic opening. Next up for Liverpool is a crucial Premier League showdown against Arsenal on Sunday, a key fixture in the battle at the top of the domestic table. Leipzig, meanwhile, will turn their attention back to Bundesliga, where they will host Freiburg on Saturday. And with that, it's a wrap on our segment of Game On. Do watch us at 6:30 with a long, more in-depth bulletin. For now, goodbye. Thanks for watching.